Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when walking past an old, forgotten building? A sense that you're not entirely alone. Tonight, we're not just walking past, we're stepping inside. We're journeying into the heart of some of the world's most infamous abandoned asylums. Places where the walls don't just hold secrets, they whisper them. These institutions, once called sanctuaries for the troubled mind, often became prisons of despair. The stories etched into their decaying structures are not just tales of history, but of human souls pushed to their limits. Join us as we peel back the layers of time and dust to investigate the unexplained phenomena that haunt these hallowed halls. Are these echoes from the past just tricks of the mind, or is something truly reaching out from the other side? We're about to find out. Let's begin our journey at the Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts, a place so intimidating it inspired H.P. Lovecraft's Arkham Sanatorium, opened in 1878 with the noble goal of providing compassionate care. Its sprawling Gothic architecture was meant to be a symbol of hope. But hope quickly faded. Overcrowding became rampant. By the 1940s, to understand the phenomena, we must first confront the history. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, the concept of mental health care was in its infancy, and often it was brutal. Asylums were built on the Kirkbride plan, a design philosophy that believed beautiful architecture and serene landscapes could cure mental illness. The intentions were good, but the reality was grim. Society used these institutions as a way to hide away those it deemed unfit, not just the mentally ill, but also the elderly, the poor, and anyone who didn't conform. Inside, patients were stripped of their identity, their names replaced with numbers, their lives dictated by a rigid, unforgiving system. The treatments we now consider barbaric were seen as revolutionary. Imagine being submerged in ice-cold water for hours, or having parts of your brain surgically altered with an ice pick, all in the name of a cure. This wasn't just physical pain, it was a profound psychological trauma inflicted day after day. This level of intense, concentrated emotion, fear, despair, anger, and hopelessness is a powerful force. Paranormal investigators often refer to the stone tape theory, the idea that strong emotional events can be recorded onto physical objects and replayed under certain conditions. In a place like an asylum, every brick, every floorboard, every rusted bed frame could be a potential recorder holding onto the echoes of a tragic past. It's this deep, ingrained human experience that sets the stage for the supernatural. The question isn't just whether ghosts exist, but whether the very essence of human suffering can become so powerful that it transcends time itself, leaving behind an indelible paranormal footprint. Now, let's travel across the Atlantic to the Hellingly Hospital in England. Unlike the imposing Gothic structures of America, Hellingly had an almost idyllic, village-like design. But don't let its charming facade fool you. Opened in 1903, it quickly earned a dark reputation. Hellingly was known for its extensive use of electroconvulsive therapy, or ECT, while ECT is still used today under controlled conditions. The methods at Hellingly were crude and often administered without anesthetic. Patients described the experience as terrifying, a violent convulsion that left them disoriented and bruised. The hospital also had its own railway, a lonely track that brought patients in but rarely took them out. This isolation amplified the sense of hopelessness. After its closure in 1994, Hellingly fell into decay, becoming a magnet for urban explorers and ghost hunters. They returned with bone-chilling stories. One of the most common reports is the sound of a child crying in the abandoned nursery wing. Others have captured electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, of voices whispering "get out" or calling for a nurse. One photographer, while documenting the decay, felt an unseen hand grab his shoulder. He turned to find no one there, but the feeling of cold dread lingered for hours. Are these isolated incidents, or is Hellingly a place where the veil between our world and the next is particularly thin? The sheer consistency of the reports from different people at different times suggests that something is actively present in the ruins of Hellingly, a silent witness to a century of sorrow. From England, our investigation takes us to Italy, to the island of Poveglia in the Venetian lagoon. This small island has a history so dark, it's often called one of the most haunted places on Earth. Its grim tale begins long before it became an asylum. In the 18th century, during the bubonic plague, Poveglia was used as a quarantine station. Thousands of plague victims were shipped here to die, their bodies burned in massive pits. It's said that the soil of the island is still composed of over 50% human ash. Then, in 1922, a mental hospital was built on this cursed ground. The isolation of the island made it the perfect place to house the mentally ill, far from public view. But the hospital became a place of legend, and not a good one. The director was a doctor who, according to local law, performed twisted experiments on his patients. He would take them to the bell tower and conduct lobotomies and other horrific procedures, trying to pinpoint the source of their madness. The patients reported seeing the tormented spirits of the plague victims, their apparitions wandering the halls and their moans carried on the sea breeze. The doctor dismissed their claims as mere hallucinations until he, too, began to see the ghosts. The legend says he was driven mad by the spirits and threw himself from the bell tower. While some say he was pushed by a ghostly hand, a nurse who witnessed the event claimed he survived the fall, but was then consumed by a strange rising mist from the ground. The hospital closed in 1968, and the island has been abandoned ever since. Access is strictly forbidden, but those who have managed to visit speak of an overwhelming sense of dread, of hearing screams, and of being physically affected by a malevolent energy. Poveglia isn't just a haunted asylum, it's an island saturated with centuries of death and suffering. So, what are we actually dealing with in these places? Are they ghosts, residual hauntings, or something else entirely? Let's break down the theories. The most popular explanation is, of course, spirits. This is the idea that the conscious energy of a person, their soul, remains bound to a location after death, often due to a traumatic event or unfinished business. In an asylum where countless lives ended in tragedy, it's a compelling theory. These spirits might try to communicate, reenact their final moments, or simply exist in a place that was familiar to them. Then there's the concept of residual hauntings, which is more like an atmospheric recording. This is the stone tape theory we mentioned earlier. It suggests that intense emotions can be imprinted onto the environment and replayed like a video loop. This would explain why people see the same apparition or hear the same sounds in the same spot over and over again. The phenomenon isn't intelligent, it's just an echo of the past. Finally, there's the psychological explanation. Our minds are powerful things, especially when primed by spooky stories and a creepy environment. This is called the infrasound theory. Low-frequency sound waves, below the range of human hearing, can cause feelings of anxiety, dread, and even visual hallucinations. Decaying buildings with wind whistling through broken windows are perfect generators of infrasound. Could it be that what people are experiencing is simply their own brain's reaction to the environment? Perhaps the truth is a combination of all these things. Maybe the residual energy of a place makes it easier for spirits to manifest, and maybe our own psychological state makes us more receptive to experiencing it. The lines are blurry, and that's what makes this field of investigation so endlessly fascinating. As we stand at the precipice of the unknown, it's crucial to remember that these were not just buildings. They were homes to thousands of real people, people with families, hopes, and dreams, who were caught in a system that failed them. When we investigate these places, we must do so with respect. We are not just chasing thrills. We are bearing witness to forgotten lives. The whispers in the walls are more than just spooky sounds. They are the last remnants of human stories waiting to be heard. By listening, we honor their memory and ensure they are not forgotten. The phenomena in these abandoned asylums challenge our understanding of the world. They force us to ask profound questions about life, death, and what might lie beyond. Whether you believe in ghosts or are a hardened skeptic, the history is undeniable. The suffering was real, and perhaps, just perhaps, that suffering left an energy so powerful, so enduring, that it continues to reach out from the shadows, asking us to listen. Thank you for joining us on this unsettling journey into the heart of abandoned asylums. The whispers are out there if you're brave enough to listen. What do you think is happening in these places? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And if you found this investigation as compelling as we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the unknown. Stay curious and stay safe.